Hi, everybody. How's it going? Good. Okay, I have 4 minutes and 48 seconds. Bond, for quick context, is a company that builds customer experiences to produce loyalty, to create that kind of outcome. But we do it for some of the biggest, most beloved, bravest brands on the planet. 3 brave brands got up before me. Thank you for doing that. That's pretty amazing. Round of applause for those guys. I'm going to go really fast through what I believe is 2 main things that I'm going to try and accomplish. One is to give you my sense. Who am I? I don't know. My sense of what I think the secret sauce is, so to speak, to building great experiences. So that's one. Keep me honest on that. 2 is I'm going to give you a little bit of data to try and create a challenge amongst an audience like this, brave people who are starting new businesses, bringing together tech and brand and all these things. So stay tuned for that second thing. This is an opinion that we have held has hold true in a lot of the work that we've done for some of the world's biggest brands. And we mean king in this respect. We mean the way that Ariana Grande, and I'm going to tell you how all of these people have taught me something about building experiences. Ariana Grande's 7 Rings and the lyrics to her song, and even the way the Jonas Brothers dance and break up and get back together in the ultimate sort of brotherly loyalty story. Most of that sentiment is built out of this belief. We believe wholeheartedly and have seen in the work that we do and the data that we build, generate, and analyze that experiences are the thing that create bonds between people. Literally the thing that keeps you loyal to one another, to the brands that you choose to do business with, is the kind of experience that they facilitate for you. And that is what builds big businesses. That is what gets these brands to a place where they are the world's biggest, the most beloved kinds of brands. And so here is what I think the secret sauce is. Shh, don't tell anybody, it's Neapolitan ice cream. There's a little of 3 different ingredients that go into creating these experiences from my estimation. The first is loyalty mechanics, and I'm going to show you how Burger King is doing loyalty mechanics in a way that doesn't look like Sephora's loyalty program or even what you might expect out of Harley-Davidson. I'm going to show you the second ingredient, which is how the Jonas Brothers, in a weird way, have a very human-centered design in the way that they write songs. Weird. Is anybody a fan of the Jonas Brothers? I feel like 2 or 3 people always put their hands up. I'm like, these guys are selling a lot of records. Nobody wants to admit it. The third thing is the way that Ariana Grande, believe it or not, is a big fan of data science, and the way that she writes her songs will show you how she looks at a conversion funnel. So let's go look at those 3 things. First, the Burger King's loyalty mechanics. Gamification. Has anybody seen the Whopper Detour? If you're in close enough proximity to a McDonald's and you have the Burger King app, it will give you turn-by-turn directions to get to the closest Burger King for a 1-cent Whopper. If you're doing a cost of acquisition calculation on this, it's gorgeous. It's unbelievable. But they're doing it through game mechanics, through taking a very maybe predatory approach to who their competition is. Anybody seen the second example there, the hacks and hijacks of delivery of a Whopper in traffic? Think Uber Eats, but to your car while you're sitting in traffic. So like Mexico City, Sao Paulo, LA, a bunch of those cities, they will literally be like, don't come to the store. I don't care, don't come to the store. I'll bring the burger to you. Third one, recently, I think this was like a week and a half ago, did you see this? McDonald's was raising money for charity, $1 for every Big Mac, every Big Mac sold. And Burger King was like, we want to help. So we're taking the Whopper off the menu. And if you come in and order a Whopper, we're going to send you across the street to my competition who's going to spend an extra $1 donating to charity just for a day. And scarcity is at the core of a lot of what Burger King does. That is like the core of their playbook. These 3 loyalty mechanics make up a lot of the Burger King's crowned success. Second, if you break down the lyrics to Sucker, I would argue that the human-centered, design thinking, empathy, and the kind of humanity that is in their songs, fan or not, I saw who had their hands up, is kind of a good blueprint for great marketing, for building the kind of experiences that people are coming back to again and again and over. So look at those lyrics. Here's the lyrics of an Ariana Grande song. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. It's a conversion funnel. Literally, Impressions, some form of interest or engagement, some declaration that I would like that thing wish listed in e-com terms, and then actually buying it. The thing that's interesting is who the I is, and that's what's new in marketing. Which cohorts, which people, what is the data telling me implicitly and explicitly about who is buying that thing? Whether, again, I'm not gonna ask who's an Ariana Grande fan. Here's some interesting data, number 2. When we look at what consumers would tell us is the most important moments in a retail journey. I identify, and that's kind of this like pinky shadow in behind, I identify that there's some moments where they're like, this brand's program or the kind of thing, the CRM program that I subscribe to, isn't doing anything to make this moment better. And I look at these things, finding parking, finding the store, et cetera, et cetera. Here's the mistake. Don't remedy any single one of those moments. Finding parking, somebody's gonna be like, let's put parking inventory in our app so that people know where to park. That's the wrong answer. I promise you, that's the wrong answer. Gang these things up and do something that helps people bypass this altogether. So we've got some developers and other folks in the room. Here's my instigation to the retail industry. We have many retailers have this local inventory check. I can find out if the store close to me has that thing or not. I can complete the order. That order can be fulfilled at that particular location. And then skip this for a second. We've got Ubers and Lyfts going by right outside, like 10 feet from the door of that store. Nobody has built this little middle part where they're like, hey, if I just ran that thing out to the curb to get the Uber, maybe people could get half an hour delivery on the thing that they just ordered on their phone, and you could beat Amazon at their own game. This is a gap that this room is probably very well suited to be able to build a business around, build a technology around, and put something new into market that would solve this for a bunch of retailers. So my instigation to this group would be, take the best kinds of experiences that you've had and transpose them on any other thing that you're working on. That didn't happen. Any other thing that you're working on, because that is the thing that will earn people's loyalty. That is the kind of experience that will keep people coming back for more. And 5 minutes.